Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us right here kind of in the heart of Istanbul. Back whenever this was Roman, this was one of the districts here in the city. The Hippodrome was right next door. They broke it down into 13 districts and they later on added a fourth one. And this was in the 3rd district. So the old royal palace built by Constantine and all of that was nearby. But what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at the Binbirdirek cavern. This is a massive water storage that was right here near one of the palaces, and it was fed by an aqueduct, and it held like 40,000 cubic meters of water. And it's known as the 1001 columns. So anyway, let's walk through here, and then whenever we're finished, I'll show you around the top of the Hippodrome area. There's some more ruins and stuff like that. So let's see what we see. So when you see some rubble like this kind of tells you that you're nearby, and then it has a little signpost right here. But the entrance is kind of nondescript. It's right over here. It is a pay site. It's 450 Turkish lira per person, which is a price increase. It was like 200, I believe, not too long ago. So here it is, and it just has the sign right there. So you buy your tickets right inside, and then we'll go into the cavern. Okay, so we got our tickets. They only take credit cards, they don't take cash. Okay, let's walk down this little tunnel into the cavern. Okay, so we got our ticket. So here is the cistern. Wow, this is really cool. So there's 224 marble columns that are 10 to 12 meters tall. And the cistern contained 40,000 cubic liters of water when it was used. So you can see the columns, the arches up on the top of the columns. So I say a lot of these columns were reused from other Roman structures here in the city. Oh, this is really spectacular in here. So it's kind of dimly lit, so hopefully this will come out better on the camera. It's a little dark to the eye here. Yeah, but these are spectacular. So up above here, they had some palaces built. Some of them were burned down. They built mansions up there. They burned down. And then there was at one point like a trading, like a tax revenue place up on the top, and it burned down in like the 1600s. And nothing else has been built up above it since. And then this is the little water storage down here. So this is all you can see. So it actually still holds water in there. So after the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, this kind of fell into disuse. So it was just kind of forgotten about, and rubble and stuff was down in here. And then they've came back in and since fixed it back up so people can visit. You can see the bricks and plaster over there. Yeah, this is really, really cool. So the Hippodrome was nearby. There's a nice write-up of it over here, which was kind of the most important building in Constantinople. And you could see parts of it up above ground whenever we're walking around, see a little bit of the old wall and stuff like that. And there's kind of a cool write-up talking about the different districts of the city and stuff over here. And they have a write-up talking about the Bosphorus, which means cow passage. It goes back into Zeus and Io and everything. And then here's a write-up talking about the Hippodrome. And there was a story that I read about with, was it Justine? Whenever there was the fighting between the Reds and the Blues. See, this is what it would have looked like back in the day. It would have been spectacular to see. Yeah, where he put them into the Hippodrome, and then he sent in the soldiers and had them all killed. And it prevented like the whole city from burning, but there was like 20,000 like super hardcore fans that were killed in that. And you could see what it would have looked like before the restoration. So this is in 1870 from the archives, and then a drawing of it. The Ottomans used this to make silk and stuff down here also. Mark Twain visited here, and they called this the 1001 columns. And it looks like they have like a jewelry store that's popped up in here. Oh, there's like a ring of stores around here. That's the only one that's open. I don't know if that's the only one that is ever open or if it's still too early in the day. We got up early to explore this part of Istanbul, so here we are. These are just absolutely massive caverns, or columns, I mean, in this cavern. So 40,000 cubic meters of water, and it was supplied by an aqueduct. And the old royal palace that Constantine built is not far from here also. Okay, let's go up onto the second story in here. So you can see the side of the cavern here. I tell you, these columns are just absolutely perfectly in line. Oh, it's so cool. And down here, it's like so humid, and the temperature is much different than outside. I think in the summertime, this would be fantastic. Today, it's like 14 degrees outside, and it's perfectly warm inside in here. You can see up there where there's just the bricks. And I'm not sure what they used those for, if that was where the water came in or how they took it out. There's no drawings or information about that. And then they have markings up here at the top of all of these also. Yeah, this is really spectacular. Okay, so let's go out of here and let's go up, and I'll show you the ruins up at the top of the surface, the old palaces and stuff. I think there's a church also that's up there. This place is so cavernous. Oh, this is amazing. I wish there was a lot more of the Roman stuff here, but this city was built upon, there was people here before the Romans came also. It goes, some say like the Paleolithic era or whatever, there was people here. Then the Romans settled, and then the Byzantines, and then the Ottomans, and then the modern day Turkish city of Istanbul. Yeah, so you can see the structures up there. Yeah, so the continuous occupation and, you know, building materials, people just go and, you know, scavenge stuff from over here and use it for something else. All right, so let's go out and walk around up here a little bit. All right, that was really, really cool. Now, it's cold and rainy out here, and inside was probably, I don't know, at least 15 degrees difference temperature-wise than out here today. All right, so let's look at these that we saw right at the start. As you can see, there's a little, like a little park here, lots of cats, lots of birds, and then it has all of this rubble. Now, they're not exactly sure what all was built here. They say a church was here, some of the mansions, and a small, like, palace. But nothing has been here for over 300 years. You can see just some of the perimeter walls and stuff like that. And it's a nice place to come over. And you can feed the cats. They have these little machines right here. So you can put a coin in and feed the cats. That's kind of cool. You can see now the ground level would have been much lower. This kind of sediment is built up over the centuries. And then over there we have some mosques. This is right near the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, everything that you're going to want to see here in the city. We got a couple of the little four-legged friends. Kitty, 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 kitty. Yeah, the cats in Istanbul are fantastic. Everywhere you go, you'll have a little kitty that you'll be petting or taking pictures of or something. All right, and we'll look down here in a sec. This is a friendly cat. What do you think, kitty? You gonna go home, get in my backpack? It just got right on my lap. Oh, I know. Oh, I know, kitty, that's a good spot. Yeah, so you can see a little bit of the walls here. And this would have been a courtyard or something. And you can see the proximity to the Blue Mosque. Have a couple marble columns over there and a few more walls. And it looks like they're doing a little restoration over here, so they might add on to it. But there's modern buildings all built up all amongst all of this. So this actually is a martyron, this little pit right here. So the Greek word meter means martyr, and they built a burial chamber for Saint Ephema, who was killed here for her religious beliefs on 16 September 303, just a couple days ago, huh? And they got this back here covered up and behind this fence. So maybe in a few years this will be opened up to where you can see what is all in there. All right, that's everything that we saw. We saw the old ruins up here and that cistern. Well, that'll finish up a video over here at the cistern. I was wanting to see that. I've been seeing pictures of it for years and years and years. It's the second largest one that was here in the city at the time. It is quite a feat of ancient engineering. Really impressive. All those columns are just absolutely perfect in line and quite cool to see. It's a surviving piece of the Roman part of the city. Like I said, that it has just layers of history here in Istanbul, just all the different eras of occupation, and just something I was really happy to see. It is a pay site, so you're going to have to pay 450 Turkish lira to go in there and see it, but it's worth it if you're a history buff like me. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and you get to see some more stuff like this. And if you know more about it, or if you've been here, tell me what you thought. And until next time, from over here in Istanbul, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.